Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Friday, December 5th, 2025, and we're here to do a general collective reading. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day today, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Hopefully you're going to have a beautiful weekend. I can't believe it's already the weekend, but it's here. As you know, this is a timeless read. You're free to switch the genders and the roles if you need to. Just please use your higher wisdom and discernment. Only take what applies and toss the rest. Don't try to make things fit if it doesn't. Okay? Thank you for all your love and your support. I'm really grateful to each and every one of you. Let's see where we're going to go with this. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors of the highest white light. What's the message for the collective, please? What's the message, please? Thank you. Time for a nap. It's time to wake up. Something that's out of balance here, out of whack. Somebody thought they were sly. I think they're getting caught. This is consequences here for decision making, poor decision making. It's a one-sided deal, false contract, their way, the highway, whatever this was. Whatever you're going through right now, it's to serve as to teach you or someone else a lesson. It's a very karmic situation. It's a blessing. It's a lesson, not a blessing. There's no harmony here. There's no trust, I hear. You can't rely on whoever or whatever this is. Poor decisions. That's the overarching energy. This could be for you or somebody else you're dealing with. Oof, it's a parting of ways, for sure. Soulmates in reverse. 5. There's a divorce or separation. Somebody could be really corrupt, or it could be a warlock involved. Some sort of corruption, their way or the highway. I hear force. Somebody's very forceful. Somebody could have broken the law. False contract. Somebody doesn't believe in traditional marriage or relationships. Loss of faith. Could be, I don't know, somebody's dabbling with the dark arts. Well, I don't like calling it arts. Yeah, exchanging gifts. Somebody can't take your gifts. They're hiding, cloaking here, trying to steal your gifts, or they're claiming that you stole theirs. You get what you give, I just heard. It could be the gift that keeps on giving, if you know what I'm saying. But somebody's going to be, they're going to claim to be unaware. Somebody can't be alone. So they go from person to person, warm body to warm body. This is somebody that doesn't want to do the soul work. They don't want to reflect on anything. And they certainly don't want to be scrutinized for what they do. So 18, they can't help it though. They're being found out. 18 in reverse. They have to face their fears in their shadow. They can't hide anymore, whatever this is. There's no more confusion about a situation. Something is coming to light. Yeah, so take your time to breathe. So you've been very patient. 29, that's 11 in tarot, so that's justice. It's a balancing of whatever this is. Something's getting righted, whether they like it or not. You need room to breathe. You need breathing room. You're keeping zen. You're keeping mellow, quiet, calm. You're in balance here. You're in alignment. Yeah, somebody's trying to breathe. Breathing down your neck. This is a divorce or separation. So you're able to breathe now ever since this divorce or separation, if it is one. Breathe, calm down. You need time to calm down. There could have been a crime, some sort of corruption, and or a warlock here, struggling to breathe. There's no peace here. They won't know any peace. They did something they shouldn't have done. There will be no olive branch. Somebody's not sorry for what they've done. This is a community. Ooh, they brought, that's so funny. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I was getting before this. They brought a community down, a whole community. Could be a family, cult, coven, secret society, some sort of community. Going down. Somebody wanted to dominate. They wanted power, control over a community of some sort. So it was in their ego for sure. Yep, this was a crime of some sort. An imbalance. And they didn't make it to the end. They're not going to make it, whatever this is. A higher power has stepped in, whether it's an institution, authority. This could be the divine. This could be you. You're too spiritually high ranking. It could be online. It could be anything here. It could be a contract. So you're in the middle. You're in transition right now. So this is a learning stage. You learned what you had to learn. You're about ready to start something new. The divine is going to, this is your chance to breathe and heal and take in what happened, okay? To take it in, to reflect on it before you start on your new journey. Congratulations. You might be seeing them in the court of law or in some sort of institutions involved, if it's not the divine. I like this. I like this. They can't build off of you. They're getting karma. They're getting destroyed. I just heard that. Somebody was trying to build off your energy, off your ideas, off your money. It's coming down. They're getting karma. They're trying to hold you back, steal your destiny, keep you from your destiny path. Pish posh. They're getting taught a lesson. And I don't like that either, Spirit. Oh, okay, so before I was coming here, what was I going with this? Oh, right, the community. I was getting a download. Somebody went too far, okay, out of ego, jealousy, desperation even, that they'd pushed the envelope too much, whether it was spell work, whether it's stealing, whether it's attacking, whether it's stalking, shadow banning, I heard. They went too far to the point where they're being investigated. They have been investigated. They went too far this time, okay? They did it again. They were told not to hang back, not do whatever they were doing. They did it again. Now they've been watched, okay? Their phones are tapped. Their electronics are being monitored. This group is being monitored, and they all know it too. They're all freaking out. I don't know. Something's going on. This whole group's going to go down because of one person's fucking stupidity. Well, I mean, if they're all doing wrong, if they're corrupt, then so be it. But I'm saying that because of the one person, it's all going down. Somebody wanted to bragging rights, or they were wrong all along about a certain person or a situation, and they wanted to prove themselves right, even though they were wrong. Take it for whatever that is. Time to nap, 24. It's all their way or the highway, but they're going to learn some very valuable lessons here. They're not as sly as they thought they were, little foxy fox. Wanting to take a vacay, get away, relax, have fun. One-sided, right? I'm the only one that can take it easy. I'm the only one that should be getting this money and going on vacations and traveling the world and not working. Yeah, Archangel Michael is protecting you. It's not a walk in the park, is it? They were having fun, able to relax, get away, not work. Money was coming in because they were taking it off of you, building off of you. Could be a vacation home involved. Yeah, you cut ties, or the group is cutting ties with this person. Freedom, standing up and awaken. Archangel Michael does cut ties. So if you need to cut ties spiritually with somebody, ask him to help you. Protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. Freedom, standing up and awaken. Somebody's drowning here in their own fucking bullcrap. Their own mess, their own sick, I heard. Over their head, overextended, rock bottom. They're suffering in silence. They wanted you to suffer in silence. No. It's not going to happen. Unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. They burnt their bridges with everybody, I hear. Lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. They're paranoid. Oh, yeah, they're watching. Caution, insecure, and guarded. The whole group is paranoid now. Because it's not working out the way they thought it would work out. Whatever this is, they know it. They're getting a severe clap back by the universe. Archangel Michael's really playing with them. They're facing legalities, or they will be. This could be lawyers, court people, personnel. There's something to do with court paper. Something else. It could be your family, somebody else's family. La familia, if you know what I'm talking about. There's blood ties here and inner circles behind this. With a soulmate. Twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. Somebody sleeping around your family. I don't know. Somebody that you thought was a soulmate is pairing up with your family to do this against you. They're all karmics. It's a karmic soul tie from the past. Third parties, haters, and lessons learned. They brought in chaos. So they're all going down. This could be their family too, and their family ties going down. It doesn't have to be your family. They're all going down. You remain like this. Balanced, in peace, happy, in harmony. Yeah, they were doing this for cheap thrills here. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Oh well. They're going to find out the hard way. They barked up the wrong tree. Their laziness is going to cost them. They're going to have to work. Not just this lifetime, but many lifetimes just to pay this off. It's almost over for you, okay? So if you're wondering, why is this happening? Why is your money being affected? Why are they doing this continuously and nobody's stopping it? It's to teach them a lesson. It's not your lesson to learn. You've already learned a lesson. But you're taking it all in just the same. You've evolved. Just step back and let them work, okay? It's no time for napping. Yeah, they're pushing the boundaries, pushing the envelope, trying to get into your energy, okay? Someone may be testing your limits. Keep them as far away from you. Trying to get into your energy? No, I don't think so. Again, family ties. Can't make this up. Family dynamics are influencing the relationship. Your family or their family? Ooh, okay. There's a different approach here. Your family ties could be the angels. Somebody's giving the partial truth. So they don't want to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They want to tell lies and nothing but lies, only sharing parts of the truth that benefit themselves. You know that they're going to get found out, right? Or they already have been. You're busy spreading positivity here. Keep radiating positive energy and influences. They're interconflicted. They have an inner conflict here. Making decision-making difficult. Because their egos are getting checked. Okay, they're getting an ego death or getting checkmated here. Interactions are forcing you to confront your own ego. Somebody has to face what they've done. Kind of looks like they're alone. I think everybody that they were working with has turned their backs on them. And I just heard, what was this all for? It was for nothing. It was all a hidden agenda that somebody had, okay? Someone has a hidden agenda and motives. You are protected. Protect your heart, okay? Guard your emotions to avoid hurt. So you didn't, maybe you felt angry. You have every right to be angry, but you didn't lash out as maybe you wanted to. You were counseled, you were told, just sit back, relax, keep mum, okay? Boundaries are respected. The other person respects your boundaries, personal space and boundaries. Somebody's going to be confessing here. Someone is about to confess their true feelings to you. Somebody has shared experiences, or they're trying to claim they have shared experiences. It deepens the bond between you and others. It's just shocking discovery. Shocking discovery is on its way. You trusted the process. This is karmic lessons. I'm telling you. It's coming back to bite them in the ass. There are karmic lessons in relationships that need to be learned. It's a double standards. Because if anybody did this to them, oh my gosh, it'd be a different story, right? Oh, hell no. That's what I heard. But for you, it was okay for some reason, right? To do this to you. Why? Because of the color of your skin, because of your gender, because of your status, your class. I don't know. Because you don't want to play with these people. You don't sleep around. You don't show your ass off. Whatever this is. That you're not corrupt. You're not corruptible. Oh, hell no. It's okay to do it to you, though, right? With this false face. Somebody was playing both sides. Someone's trying to appease everyone. You can't serve two masters. And if that's what you're doing, you barked up the wrong tree. Archangel Michael's here to tell you, you done fucked up. Okay? You can stay with that master, but you ain't going to be happy at the end of the day. So that master don't care about you. Okay? So, the time for a nap in reverse, 24, vacay, and pushing boundaries. They really pushed the envelope here. I'm really picking up so many ulterior motives and agenda. I can't make this up. Bottom of the deck, now they're worried. This whole group is worried. This whole community is worried. And this was all done on impulse. Somebody's lonely. They're conceited in their ego. Something to do with your mail, okay? Online mail or snail mail. Still, it's federal, okay? It's online. It's wire fraud. It's mail fraud. Oh, I hear that registered letter wasn't signed. It was. If it wasn't signed, they have proof, or it could have been forged. There's a breakup here. There's a vehicle. Somebody got served, and they say they didn't get served after a breakup. It's something to do with a vehicle. Somebody's in poor health. Somebody's guilty of sin. Somebody wants to love bomb you. They're trying to love bomb you because they're thirsty. Okay, you could be a tarot reader. They could be a tarot reader, or they're asking tarot readers for free reads. I get that a lot. I understand people want answers, but you know, come on. You don't ask tarot readers for free reads. Then you have to do that for everybody. Everybody has problems. We're in tarot world for a reason. Either we're going through a breakup, money's tight, we don't know what's going to happen, we're scared, we need answers, we need direction. What makes you think you're better than anybody that get free tarot reads, free answers? Do you understand what I'm saying? Get it? There's thousands of people needing answers, okay? You're very gifted. If you are a tarot reader, something to do with a gift. Somebody's gaslighting another. Wow. It's a family. I can't make this up. I can't get away from this family thing. I'm trying to exploit you by causing you pain and identity theft. They went too far. What I tell you, they went too fucking far. Something to do with an infant and a child. Weaponizing it against you or somebody else, or somebody has a concealed weapon. They're hitting bankruptcy here. Ooh, maybe okay, you're dealing with bank robbers. They robbed a bank recently, or they have that on their criminal, on their rap sheet. Somebody you had a one-night stand with, or they claim they had a one-night stand with you. They're hitting bankruptcy here. A breach of ethics. There's a reversal. Somebody cheated on them, or they're cheating, or this is in reverse. They claim that you cheated. It's them. Somebody's in shock, or they're shook. They're only here to get theirs. Something to do with wealthy or wealth. Somebody's very dramatic here. There's a lot of drama. It's a copycat. Somebody was impersonating you. Somebody was celebrating something here. They were delusional. And they're getting caught. Pardon me. Confirmation burps. They're getting caught up in their delusions here. And their impulsivity. I can't say it. I don't know. We're still in the shadow of the Mercury retrograde. Oh yeah, sure. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Time for a nap. 24 in reverse. AK. Pushing boundaries. Ulterior motives and agenda. So somebody wanted to get at your money, at your energy, at your resources or something. Property even. So they can just have a free, happy lifestyle and attract whomever they wanted to attract and just fuck everything and do as much rugs and drinking and partying and not give to the world. Just give the gift that keeps on giving. A cochonnerie, I just heard in French. So this is garbage, trash. La Charonne. I hear my mom's voice. Oh, if you know, you know. If you're French Canadian, that'll hit them. That'll hit you. So there's ulterior motives. You're pushing the boundaries. Where are we going with this, please, Garrett? Wow, they're making a mockery out of some family's name. Okay, I get it. And the ancestors are pissed. Okay. This could be your family or somebody else's. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, all that glitters isn't gold. People are seeing through the illusions. Somebody's running out of options. You're not corruptible. They can't cover this up any longer. They can't hide you. Or they can't hide what they've done. Running out of options. They wanted to leave you with nothing. That's what I heard. Good for them. Yeah, ending a cycle to begin a new one. That's the overarching energy here. The world. You could be online. You could be traveling or moving. Or they were traveling on your dime. Moving on your dime, whatever this is. But this is also protection. See, I say she, but it could be he, is in this laurel wreath, sealed top and bottom. Protected, right? Watched over by your ancestors and the angels and the divine. In her hand is the reversal candles. We did see reversal earlier. So whatever they dished out, they're getting back. It's victory. It's success. It is victory. It's protection as well. Learning lessons. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. So you're in transition right now, getting ready to start a new phase in your life. Congratulations. Bottom of the deck. I love it. Justice. Balance is being restored. Okay? This is a reckoning. This is karma. Balancing the scales. Whatever was happening here was unfair, unbalanced. It could have been amoral or criminal or all the above. And the truth is here. Nothing but the truth. Somebody bore false witness against you. They're in debt. Try to get you in debt. Took a huge gamble and lost. This is bad financial news. Didn't want to take a practical approach. Wanted to get to wherever they wanted to get. Quick as you please. Off the backs of others, right? This could be divination abuse as well. Somebody is really bad here. Took a huge gamble and lost. It could be a gambler. It could be a loss of a child. Didn't want to learn their lessons. Didn't want to take a practical approach, like we said. Somebody didn't look into something. They should have finished something off or looked into something. They said they did. They didn't. Somebody rushed into something here. Somebody committed some sort of divination abuse and somebody rushed into something. Got them mad. They rushed into something. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. They didn't want you moving ahead of them in life, or they didn't want to let go of something or someone. They can't move forward. They didn't want your ships coming in. They're not prepared for this. Yeah. Divine feminine energy, male or female. You're a creator. You're down to earth. You're very loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet, right? You're all the 4 queens in the deck and then some. And I say queens, you could be a male, okay? Just means that you went through the highs and lows of each and every queen in the deck. You learned your lessons. You elevated. And now you are in divine feminine energy, meaning that even you're a male, but you are a creator of some sort. You're very artistic. You're down to earth, a humanitarian, a philanthropist of sorts. Unconditional love, okay? You're very witty. You're quick. You're down to earth. You solve problems. You're a problem solver, although you don't go chasing. You don't go chasing money. You don't go chasing people. You attract. You're very magnetic, right? Yeah, and they were stealing money from you. Off your energy. They wanted to take your spiritual gifts as well, because divine feminine energy is spiritual, whether they realize it or not. At this point, they do. Out of money, out of time, I just heard. This is not their blessing, so the divine's coming in and taking it from them. They had their time. They had their fun. Now it's time to pay. Ooh, they got to let this go. Man of Wands. They're getting let go. They have to let this go. They have to give up. They can't block your money any longer. Money's being unblocked. They're angry and they're scared. They're in their emotions. Yep, you're going to be very happy. There's a new beginning starting for you. You're very loved. This is self-love, new love, true love maybe, but definitely self-love. The divine loves you very, very much. You have peace in your life. This is well earned. Yeah, they're in their emotions because somebody's jealous. This is something that's a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Very materialistic, ingredient, selfish, codependent, clingy. Very jealous of you. They don't know their value and their worth. They didn't want anybody to see your value and your worth. This is somebody that's unfaithful. You can't trust this person. They want the finer things in life but don't want to work for it. Not because they can't work. They choose not to work. They're lazy. And they were intercepting your money. They were trying to dry up your money. They can't slow you down any longer. Something's speeding up here. They're not getting paid anymore. So you're getting paid out of something, out of some sort of, out of your, I heard pension, but out of your monies somehow, either out of your paycheck, out of some sort of monies that are yours. They could have sold some property that was yours. It could be an inheritance, life insurance. They were trying to make money off of you. This is something you can't trust. They're unfaithful. They're unpredictable. They're not mature. They're not responsible. They're lazy. They don't want to take accountability. They don't commit, right? Non-committal. Just somebody that yanks your chain. That's what it is. They're going through a dark night of the soul. They want you to put past hurts behind because they're hurting for money. This is misappropriation of funds, or this is something they didn't want anybody investing in you. This is a poor investment. This could be an investment house. I don't know what this is. End of the road, can't go any further. They've spent all the money. They can't go any further. They're in trouble right now. They don't have all the resources they need, meaning if they need more information, if this is a power of attorney, a conservatorship, they have no proof proving that they should be overseeing your affairs. They have no proof proving that you're incapacitated, you can't handle your affairs. Whatever this is, they have no proof. Yeah, you're getting your flowers. Wow, you're innocent. This is somebody from your past life soulmate, children, siblings, cousins. They're going down memory lane. They're reminiscing here. Maybe somebody you've known since you were a kid. They never gave you your flowers. Now they want to give you your flowers. They never put any effort into anything you've done together, whether it's a relationship or a family. I don't know. Somebody's regretting something. Not giving you your flowers, not investing in you, because now they're getting in trouble. Yep. This could be unalive of a child. They're grieving and regretting. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. They wanted you unstable. They could have, somebody in your family or in this group could have tried to get in between you and your children or your child. There's a special place in hell for that. I guarantee that. Okay. Somebody's really unstable. They committed some sort of financial fraud. They are a fraud. They're unstable and insecure, greedy and selfish, codependent, clingy. There's a tower. Okay. They could have said you were unalived. They were trying to unalive you. It could be life insurance. They were celebrating with a group. With a third party. Going to court. A marriage. Now they want to reconcile this marriage? No, no, no. They made allegations or accusations that were unfounded. They didn't protect you or defend you. Okay, so if this is a court or an institution that was supposed to protect you, they didn't protect your interest and your affairs. They didn't. I just hear mea culpa. Somebody's going to have to ask for forgiveness here. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. Because somebody went and traveled on your dime. This is transition. Yeah, this is not wish fulfillment. They're feeling ashamed of themselves. They could be sick or injured, or they don't want this coming out into the open. If it's an institution, that's a black eye for them. They didn't want you having your wish fulfillment. People are losing faith in them. The courts have lost faith in them. Somebody's taking action here. You have new beginnings. You have growth and expansion. Because you have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. You're brave and you're courageous, okay? They wanted to shut you up. Somebody took some sort of action to try to shut you up. Because they were in their ego. They wanted power and control over you. They took some sort of steps to have power and control over you so they can travel. They bought a car. They traveled. Oh, yeah. But this is also, they need to take accountability. It's radical acceptance here. You're under the canopy of the universe, okay? This is the universe. Somebody with power and authority is coming towards you. Or they're going to call you. They're going to have to do something about this. The authorities are taking over here. Yeah, there's a parting of ways. There's a lack of trust. This is a karmic soul tie. You don't see eye to eye. Somebody in this equation, if it's an institution, somebody in this, something to do with, it could be a vacation home, like a holiday house your family might have had, or your partner. Anyway, somebody doesn't see eye to eye. So parting away. Something's happening very quickly. Fast communication, fast action, and or travel. They're running out of options. They don't have a choice. Seeing through the illusions, right? You're healthy. You're at peace. You're healed. You're waiting. You've been very patient. Somebody's been sitting on the truth for a long time. They're heartbroken because they know you're going to take some action. They know you know. Wow. They tried to fucking make you unstable, to make you look unstable. This was unfair. They were playing games. They can't afford to play games anymore. This is ending a third-party situation, a collaboration with this group, because everybody's going to get pinned here. It's going to cost them a lot of money. They're going to go into debt. They're going to lose a lot more than what they started with. This conniving bullshit, false contract. They can't get any help. They wanted to take you out, or they took somebody else out. Now they want forgiveness. They want to take the swords out of your back. They were jealous. They were doing spell work, right? This is a bully, a tyrant. They can't create. They steal instead. They could be using smecks to get their way. They could have said you were sleeping around because you wouldn't toe their line. You know what I'm saying? Do what they wanted to do. Oh, they're just an asshole and they're a slut and they're this and that and whatever. You know what I mean? Just a line. See you next Tuesday. Yeah, they're going through a financial loss, spiritual jail. They want to come back in from out of the cold. This is fated. They're mad. They're so mad that you're going towards your destiny, that you're innocent. Everybody sees that. They have to apologize. They're so mad. Remember, there's a fish in this cup. Is it going to be an altruistic, heartfelt apology? You have new beginnings. How dare you? Somebody very immature. Very immature. Yeah, cold. Gold digger, cloud chaser. Very materialistic. Get rich quick schemes. Jealous and lazy. Codependent, clingy. Really, really bad with money. Can't fucking manage any money. But yet they want to impress everybody around them as if they're made out of money. Because they steal. They're corrupt, right? It's a bully. It's a scam artist. There you go. Doing magic, having casual hookups everywhere. They were scamming with this leader that got his or her authority taken away, or they never had authority. This could be a figurehead for an institution or a company. They bit off more than they can chew. This could be a warlock as well. Same sex doesn't have to be. Lots of lies and illusions and deception here. Oh, there's three unwise men. Could be men, could be women. Very malicious, ruthless, and careless and cruel. Emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature, self-serving, and self-absorbed. They can't control their emotions right now. They're watching you from afar. They're watching you still moving forward. Somebody's made a decision and went to crossroads. It didn't work. What they did didn't work. They're going to lose their jobs. They're trying to make you stop doing what you're doing for your work. I don't know. This is somebody's not unqualified to do this. They weren't qualified. They didn't do their work. They didn't follow up. They didn't contact you. They didn't even talk to you. There could have been a doppelganger. Yeah, it was the third party that got involved. No longer working on this contract or with this third party. A decision has been rendered. This is a contract here. Yeah, somebody's speaking the truth. You are. You made your right. You used your higher wisdom and you made the right decision here. This is somebody else stepping in. Speaking the truth, setting boundaries and cutting them out. Yeah, they can't bullshit you. You see it for what it is and everybody else is seeing it. Wish fulfillment, they were gluttonous. Okay, they got to let this go. They're heartbroken. Oh, wow. They did something too quickly, too risky. Devil energy, right? They're bound. They're bound. This is law and order. So there's 2 lawyers coming in, too. They could be held liable as well. They're embarrassed and disgraced. They got a lot of burdens on their backs by this family group or this community. They have to do something. They have to cut their losses and bring back the money. They got caught. They have to come clean. So lawyers are involved, too. This was fucked right up. They said you were crazy. You had addictions. You couldn't handle your affairs. This was unfair. Lies. They targeted you. They were jealous and they were they're crazy if you ask me. Very abusive. This is a family, a home. They were celebrating. The truth and clarity is coming out. You're very stable and secure. They were reckless, careless, and foolish. They thought you were naive or gullible. Now, you remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet. Just because you're sweet and kind, they thought you were weak. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs, but you're highly intuitive too. You put a cap on that lip, on that cup. No more unconditional love. You burnt your bridges here, okay? They wanted to put you in jail. They wanted to maybe put you in a home somewhere. I don't know. So they can hold on to this money. They're going to jail now. They were greedy and selfish. Now they're regretting what they've done, right? They wanted to sacrifice you. Well, it looks like they're going to have to make the sacrifice. They lied. They threw rocks and hit hands as drama starters. They're moping and pouting now. This is corruption, abuse of power, abuse of authority. This is bullies here, tyrants. It's all about their image and what money can buy, causing conflict, chaos. They're really worried they can't eat or sleep. There's a lot of money involved and family involved. Long term, hiding and cloaking, no truth or clarity. There's lack of trust. Somebody's sick. They're being exposed. This is public humiliation. This is fraud and theft. This was unfair, unbalanced. There's being investigated. Judgment's gone against them. No second chances. This is karma. They don't want to take accountability for all the shit talking, the unwise counsel, the black magic I just heard, the underhanded ways they went about this too. Really sneaky. What they did, these people are dirty. They are fucking dirty. Their hands are fucking covered in blood. Not the first time they've done shit like this. Okay? Secrets are not coming out. It's not time for a nap now. This is corruption. One-sided. It was all done against you. This is really people that didn't have your best interest at heart. Okay? They could have been family. They could have been a partner. It could have been friends. It could have been anybody. They certainly didn't have your best interest at heart. This is corruption. They had somebody in a power position that was pulling strings for them, looking the other way, or signing papers, or rubber stamping some papers. It's a crime, and they're getting caught up. Yeah, Archangel Michael's protecting you. Could be also they're dealing with warlocks and witches as well. Yeah, this was a big vacay, right? Oh, we're going to take it easy, get away, relax, have fun, and let that person pay. Yeah, they pushed the boundaries here. Pushing the boundaries, someone maybe testing your limits. It's family ties, yours or their family ties. Could be La Familia for all we know, ulterior motives and agenda. Now they worried. You were very patient. They're worried because they know you know. They're worried because nothing's happened so far. So they're wondering what you know and what's happening behind the scenes. I think this group now knows. They knew for a while that you knew. They knew for a while you maybe set us somewhere or something, or you let it be known they're being investigated. They didn't tell the rest of the crew. They didn't tell the rest of them that they're being watched, they're being investigated, so they just went about doing their regular, everyday, normal shit. Fuckery. I'm picking up, it's not just you what they did to you. There's other things they're involved in, and they're getting picked up for that too. They're going to have to answer for everything. You know, when God's involved, you know, one rock, but many, many birds. Where are we going with this, please? I smell coffee. Maybe I should make one. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? How are we ending this for our beautiful collective? 29. It's a corruption. All right. It's crime. Unbalanced, unfair, immoral, or criminal. 9. Hiding and cloaking. Hiding and cloaking you. They don't want to take accountability. They're going to be sat down. It's all in reverse. Yep. They can't go any further. Out of control. This is Chariot in reverse. They don't want to take accountability. They can't overcome this. This is not going to go anywhere. So that skull. 2. High Priestess in reverse. Yeah. I mean, we all know what that means. Dark high priest or high priestesses. A lot of shit talking. Unwise counsel. Right? Doing really underhanded and dark and dirty things behind the scenes to get their way. They don't care what they have to do to get what they want. Even if it's sleeping around. Even if it's sleeping with family. I just heard that loud and clear. Yes, I know. 29 in reverse. So the Ashen Queen, reflection, overthinking, and peace. There are times in life when we just need to stop and reflect on where we are on our path. There's no sorrow here, just a need to have a goal, something to plan for and look forward to. Meditation and visualization may be needed to calm the mind and give you some guidance. Whatever you need to do to relax, find the time to do it. When days are overloaded with demands of modern life, it can be stressful, and sometimes we need permission to be kind to ourselves. Make plans to do the things which make you happy. Reconnect with nature, walk, dance, laugh, whatever it is. Time to be just you is much needed now. Congratulations. You've been waiting. You've been waiting for the end of this. If you've been speaking with the police and or the authorities or whomever you're dealing with, they told you just sit back, relax. They can't give you too much information, obviously. You know what's going on. You know you don't exactly know what's going on, but you know they're working on it. You just don't know when it's going to come to pass. I think it's coming very close here. Okay? So remembrance of eternity, spiritual connections, and forgiveness. If you have been thinking about a loved one, it's likely that their energy has been very much around you. There must be no regrets about things which have or have not been said in the past. Spirit knows that your intentions were good. Thinking about what has gone may be at the forefront of your mind. The if-only syndrome may be in your thoughts right now. It's important to remember that whatever has been said or done in the heat of the moment was right at the time. So you might have told somebody to F off or not answered their calls or whatever. You're doing that to protect yourself, and I get it. You must let go of any regrets. Remind yourself that you are only human and we all make mistakes from time to time. However, these are often our greatest lessons. It's time to think about your future, not dwell on the past. All is forgiven. Okay, so the other thing I picked up is if this is family that's involved, your family, maybe you didn't have a very good relationship with somebody in your family and they're blaming you for it. Maybe you are to blame. Maybe you're both to blame. I don't know. But it's over. It doesn't give this person or these people permission to harm you in this way, to steal from you, to do what they did and break the law, spiritual as well as 3D. Do you understand what I'm saying? It gives you no excuse whatsoever. So Doric's Bride, endings and beginnings. Now, this could be a relationship. I'm really picking up this is family, your family, or your partner's family. There's a partner involved as well, or couple of partners, ex-partners. Endings and beginnings. Skulls traditionally represent death and endings. This is not necessarily, this does not necessarily refer to a physical death, but a time for closure. Pulling this card sends a message asking you to think about what you no longer need in your life. It may be a person or a situation which no longer serves you. There's a strong indication that unless you're able to free yourself from ties which bind, you will not be able to move forward without obstacles. So this could be for you, but I'm really picking up somebody in your family that's close to you that fell into this group, fell for the crap. They know that you're going to go your way unless they turn this around or try to make amends. They know that you have no choice but to walk away. So unless they're able to free themselves from whatever ties that bind, they won't be able to move forward. And they're going to have major obstacles with you and or in life. Your heart is open and you recognize that things must change. It may feel like the decisions you have to make are fraught with difficulty, but now is the time to face problems head on in order to begin a new phase in your life. So somebody in your circle, in your family, in this group is going to have to take it on the chin. Be truthful. Right? Take accountability. Endings and beginnings are a natural flow of life. The sooner you take control and change your path, things will improve dramatically. So somebody was really adamant, maybe resisting change. They thought they'd get away with this some more. Nah. It's, you know, the chickens are home to roost. I think it's obvious now, whoever this is, if they're listening, even if they're not. If anybody's listening and doing shit behind closed doors, you must recognize the chickens are coming home to roost. You know, it's getting time now. Someone's going to stop, or it's going to stop you, right? So you might as well do it. Take initiative. Do it on your own, not terms, but your own way. It looks less bad if you admit to it. If you come on your own free of accord and say, I did this, I'm sorry, it doesn't look as bad. That's all I got to say. Yeah, shame. They're shamed. That's why they don't want to admit to it. They were wearing a mask, and that mask is breaking. Embrace your flaws. They are a part of your unique story. Humiliation, disgrace, and embarrassment. There's all illusions. Seek reality even if it's raw and challenging. Mirage, fantasy, and deception. Anger. Use its fire to transform, not to destroy. So whoever this was, they were angry. They couldn't get their way. They were acting like a spoiled brat, whatever this is. They couldn't be you. They couldn't have the life they wanted. They wanted to bypass the work, the realizations, putting in the time. You know what I mean? And how dare you have stuff I don't have? Whatever this is. And they use their fire, their anger to destroy. So rage, frustration, and resentment. That's going to burn a hole right through you if you hold on to it. Somebody could be sick. They might be checking out. It means they were holding on to this anger way too long. And not wanting to make peace. Not wanting to stop doing what they were doing. Angels, what's the parting message here for the collective, please? 4156, 6464. Intuition, that's what got you through. Inner knowing, trust, awareness, mindfulness, reflection, and clarity. Cultivate mindfulness daily to strengthen your intuition. Spend time in quiet reflection, focusing on your breath, and let your mind settle into stillness. 8989, you are worthy. So these people maybe all your life made you feel like you're unworthy. You're the most worthy out of the whole group, okay? I want you to know that. Look at the way they treated you. Look at the way they treat others. Look at the way they look at life. They don't value life. They don't value people. They value money and illusions. Look at what I got. Look at me. Look at me. You look like a fucking idiot, okay? End of. Not you guys, but them. So you are worthy. Self-worth, belief, empowerment, letting go, confidence, inner strength. Let go of limiting beliefs that hold you back. When you believe in yourself, you open doors to possibilities and growth. And trust, okay? When the truth comes out, whether in your community, could even be on the news, depending on what this is, and or in whatever domains this is, okay? Whatever, could be courts, could be banks, could be anything. When the truth comes out, they're not going to look so great anymore. They value how they look in front of everybody. Oh boy, this is going to hurt. This is going to fucking hurt. It's going to sting into the next lifetime. Do you understand what I'm saying? So don't you worry. You are worthy, more worthy than these people. Any day. I hope you like the reading. Until next time, take care.